Hey everybody, and welcome to a new Pretend Friends adventure. The Space Kings book is out now, and it's available for purchase at spacekings.space if you want the digital version, and book.spacekings.space for the hardcover full-color version. I just want to say thank you for your patience during the last Pretend Friends hiatus. As everyone who's tried to plan a TTRPG or a podcast knows, wrangling adults with schedules is difficult. We're still planning to do that hockey season of Pretend Friends that we teased. We actually put a lot of work into that world and system, but scheduling conflicts ended up kicking our butts for months, so that's why you never saw it. So rather than leave you without Pretend Friends, I've marshaled some of my friends from the Space Kings book crew to make Pretend Friends with me. Paul, Nick, and Josh are still attached to Pretend Friends, and I hope I can get them to guest on their podcast real soon. But for now, they're helping me make the show behind the scenes. Anyway, prepare yourself for new voices, please buy our book, and I hope you enjoy this new Pretend Friends adventure in Rat City. Thanks for listening.
Is my chair creaky?
Probably.
Not creaky enough.
Not that I can hear.
Okay.
You don't keep WD-40 by your desk?
I drank all mine.
Just to make it a little bit easier for everybody, Kevin, could you change your name to Kevin Host Boy? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm and Kevin the Host Boy.
You'll earn John Hostman.
Yeah.
Until then, you're just Kevin Host Boy.
Jeez.
One day.
Yeah, this must be weird having the three of us who, I'm not saying socially dominate you in public settings, but
Christ.
like I said, I'm like, how can I make a character who doesn't want to betray and who isn't really mean or rude or wants to take the spotlight? All right, that's my character concept.
Are we really gonna? This is the energy we're gonna go into this recording session, bullying the shit out of Kevin on his own show.
I'm for it, honestly. As long as people like, do people like it? Are people happy? Do they like the show? Shit, should we? I guess we'll proper start. Hi everybody, welcome to episode 0 of Pretend Friends project. I don't know what we're calling it yet. We'll probably figure that out through the course. I don't know what we're doing at all today. We're going to start the session very improv-y. I don't know what our adventure today is going to be about. I'm going to generate it from the Space Kings book, now available at spacekings.space and in physical form at book.spacekings.space. I'm gonna generate the scenario live, and we're gonna go real improv-y with the first episode. But before we get there, we have to make some characters. And we should probably introduce ourselves. Hello, I'm Kevin Cole. You might remember me from past seasons of Pretend Friends. I've hosted a few of those, and I'm going to host this one. Hadley, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, this is Hadley. You know me also from Pretend Friends and from Twitter. What's up?
And we've got two new folks joining us. Except I've known them for most of my life. Brian Shepard, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Brian Shepard, and I was the one who did the pictures in the Space Kings book.
Oh yeah, I also worked on that.
And longtime fan of Pretend Friends, to be honest.
That's true. Oh, thanks, man.
I've enjoyed it.
You are now ascending.
Oh God, the burning.
And we've got another new voice for everybody. Brian Townsend, say hello and introduce yourself.
Hello. Hi, everybody. My name's Brian. I am I did the layouts for the book. I've been very good personal friends with like 2 out of 3 people I'm recording with, and like a third I'm pretty neutral on. So, yeah, I'm really excited to be here and recording.
Excited.
But hang on. Now hang on.
What?
You gotta tell us who's who here.
No, it'll be apparent.
That's the season finale when like we fall out from like
beans.
from
Okay.
some bad flips.
Looking forward to know where I rank.
Yeah. Some fun facts about me. I love playing this game. I loved working on this book, and I do my own Foley work.
Oh God! Please
Oh,
don't.
God.
Please don't do your own Foley work. Please be down. Please, for the love of God.
Do it.
So I asked you guys to like kind of think about some characters, and I think you guys already have character names, but I think we should. I think we can sort of put characters together on this episode 0 type thing, and folks will have a better idea of how to build characters in their Space Kings games, or it'll be really fun. I don't know. Whatever. We have to make characters. We might as well record it. Does anyone feel particularly like far along in their characters to sort of give us an idea of their concept, perhaps?
Oh yeah, I always come in with character name and concept, and then I let the spirit of the character take me.
Brian, what you working with?
So my character's name is Diggum Honeysuckle, and he is a teenage space vampire.
Oh my
Mm.
I see.
Choice.
You may have taken some inspiration from Diggum the Frog of Honey Smacks, formerly Sugar Smacks.
I'm a fan of his work.
He's an inspiration, a pillar. I think he listens to the pod, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, dig him, Mr. Smacks, if you are listening. I'm not against getting a bunch of free cereal.
I mean, I'm not even gonna bleep that because, like, I would probably like shell for Honey Smacks, regardless. It's a delicious puffed rice cereal.
Sponsor.
So yeah, hit us up. What's so you said teenaged vampire is your concept?
Yes, space vampire.
Space
It's different.
vampire is are you a human that was turned into a vampire, or is a space vampire like its own? Like,
I think I was a human, and then I was bitten by a space vampire, and then your genetics are rewritten to the space vampire. I don't think I identify as a human anymore.
Oh, okay, but you're a teenager.
Oh yeah, a 9,000-year-old teenager.
Jeez. Are you kind of like the girl in Interview with a Vampire where you have like vampire dads or something? Or are you on your own? Are you a loner?
Ooh, I think I'm a loner. I think I couldn't really relate to my human parents anymore, so I had to leave.
Wow.
Plus, they probably died out a few thousand years ago.
Wait, what? It's hard to be mad at your parents when they're dead. Well,
That's amazing. I don't know. Do we want to just kind of go through Dig 'em Honeysuckle and then we'll get around to the other three, or should I kind of fairy dance around the three of you?
I've never seen you dance well, so let's do the dance.
All right, yeah.
And I'll go with that. My character's name is Bert Circles, and he is a retired wishing star.
What?
wow.
Oh,
Yeah, he's been burning through space since the time of creation, granting wishes. And as he's gotten very, very old and very tired, he's kind of like, when we kind of like settled down, he just looks like a little old man with some cool cowboy boots and some star themes. Yeah, that's what I've got. And I assume, I want to make sure that he's like super helpful. So I think I just want to like help like introduce some sort of wish-based mechanic that we can work on together like live.
So we should probably explain our heavy size. We've actually been playing Space Kings for about 9 years now. In that time, many things have changed about Space Kings. For a while, there was a thing where like you could wish hard enough, I guess. I don't even remember how that happened, but it just kind of seemed to be a season of the game.
It was a lot of like big, great flips very early on when there weren't really hard rules, and somehow I ended up for one session with the ability to, it was just a wish mechanic. And ever since then, it's like, how can we gently shoehorn this into every single conversation, every single game? Yeah.
Ever.
It's kind of like, we're trying to play a friendly game of Magic the Gathering, and you just showed up with your deck that's 30 Black Lotuses and 30 Lightning Bolts, and you're like, let's have a fun time.
Yeah, no lands, nothing. Let's do this.
Fantastic. Bert Circles, retired wishing star. I'm interested to actually delve into a wish mechanic that will be narratively interesting for the game, or at least visually interesting.
Visually interesting, yeah.
Hadley, do you want to hit us with your name and concept?
so I'm playing Xylobro, and I am a skeleton from the skeleton planet or skeleton dimension. I don't remember whether it was a planet or dimension.
Well, we can definitely create our new fictions. Do you prefer skeleton planet or dimension, or?
I feel like planet is what my heart tells me. So I'm a 5'9" skeleton, just a skeleton in a bow tie.
5'9", not a short king.
Not a short king, no.
No. Well, I mean, if the council would prefer a short king, we can do 4'9". I don't care.
I'm planning to be like 3 something, so I don't
Okay, I'm going to stick to 5'9". So I was a math teacher on the skeleton planet. And then, of course, the Great Skeleton War broke out, and a bunch of heroes from some other universe destroyed the bejesus out of our planet. So I've just been kind of kicking around, teaching math to wayward youths in space as best I can. There's not really much waiting for me back home, so I'm just kind of kicking it, keeping it real. Probably at like a spaceport where they have lots of bars. How does a skeleton drink is going to be your next question, and the answer is don't ask.
The answer is probably heavily if your planet was destroyed.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I love that you settled on a math teacher for Xyla Pro.
That was a decision I made 30 minutes ago.
Excellent.
So we'll see if it pans out for me.
Like it definitely echoes Space Freely in seasons 1 and 3. Well, in season 1, Space Freely started out as a math blaster, and we didn't really know what that meant, and we kind of just dropped it. But maybe,
Like the game Math Blasters?
like no, he could blast math. Like that was going to be part of his traits. But
I mean, so can I, but I don't really brag about it. So.
Oh, you can math. Brian, we didn't actually for some reason we got kind of obsessed with heights after Hadley mentioned that Xyla Pro is 5'9". Does Diggum Honeysuckle have a canon height?
I don't have a canon height. So originally the idea was a space vampire toddler. And then I feel like the optics on a toddler getting beaten up persuaded me against that.
I would have to kick the shit out of that toddler, like just for narrative reasons.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 9,000-year-old toddler, but it's still, the optics are bad. It's not good.
Yeah, that's not great. They do that in anime a lot too.
Oof.
Remind me to thank you for not playing a boss baby vampire.
Well, now I have to change my character. So my character's name is Boss Babydom.
Please. Brian, let's go back to you for attributes. As we all know, Space Kings has 6 different attributes that determine your character's base stats. These include brawn, agility, intelligence, wit, charm, and presence. Brawn being how strong and physically tough and big you are. Agility being like how agile and quick and dexterous you are. Intelligence being how good you are at logic and remembering stuff. Wit being how creative and observant you are. Charm being how much people like you. And presence being how much people respect you. And you start with 1 point in all these, and then you can assign 7 extra dots. And we can do that now. Let's start with Diggum. What are you feeling for your vampire? You like the quick kind of vampire, or you like the super strong kind of vampire? Or
I want a little bit of everything.
Little bit of everything. The bacon and the beans.
I want a little taste. Oh, the bacon and the beans. I want to get some of the brawn.
Yep.
And I want to get some of the agility, and I want to get some of that charm vampire.
Ooh, I like that. A little bit of everything. Nice. I feel like in our home games we tend to go like super lopsided.
Yeah, especially when there's a lot of characters. People will be like, "Well, my archetype is I'm going to put everything in brawn, or I'm going to put everything in intelligence." So like, but I loved a good spread out character.
Yeah, me too. I find intelligence actually helps you out a fair bit.
It does
if you're going to do a wide spread, because you can kind of pick more skills and get more use of your spread out attributes. But I feel like putting that extra dot into charm might be more like vampire-y.
So, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do, so you start off with 1 dot already filled in for each of these. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do 2 more dots in brawn.
Yep.
2 more dots in agility, 2 more dots in charm, and then I'm going to do 1 in intelligence just so I get a little bit more of that practice energy.
It makes sense that presence would be low because you're a teenager and folks aren't going to necessarily respect you.
Yeah.
And keeping wit low, like you might just be a little like concerned with yourself. You might keep it all inside a little bit. You might not be totally observant.
I think I'm just using the strengths I have, and I don't think I'm thinking outside of the box with them.
I'm interested to see what you do with that. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Huh? Maybe? All right. Yeah. All right, B-Town, what are you thinking of working with for attributes?
So Bert definitely is somebody who I feel like his physical form and his like sentience really didn't happen until retirement. I think he was just a blazing ball of light and magic for, since the time of creation. So he's definitely going to be low in intelligence, just because, not because he's not smart, he's just a little naive in the world, hasn't had that kind of experience of like, of existence and living. Mm-hmm. So definitely low in intelligence for me. And I'm also thinking low on brawn, like,
just a little guy.
He just formed a physical body, and he's just retired at the same day. So, he's not at a top physical peak. I'm thinking about doing the very dangerous single brawn.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So even though I have 7 points to add, I already start off with 1 point in brawn, and I'm going to leave it there. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just be a quick, fun little guy. So obviously, I'm going to put 2 more points into agility.
Very cool.
I'm thinking about 2 more points into charm, just because, I know I'm a people pleaser. I like to grant wishes.
Love a high charm game. We're going to see a lot of big crits.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go full into wit.
Woo!
I think I'm a little scamp, and I think I can help figure out problems, both with and without a little bit of star magic.
I love that. I like how you're kind of filling out some of Diggum's things that he doesn't do. Like we got a kind of a brawny vampire teenager, and we got a little scamp, a little star scamp. Hadley, what are you thinking for attributes?
Well, so I'm currently refutzing my character sheet because at first I was gonna be like, all right, full charm presence. I'm still doing a 1 brawn. We got some glass cannons going on.
Nice. We're gonna beat the shit out of this vampire baby.
I think the vampire baby is our tank somehow.
Default tank teenager.
I'm doing a 1 brawn. Doing a 3 intelligence because, math teacher.
Yep. Yeah.
Full up on charm though. I love those crits. No agility. He is a skeleton.
He is a skeleton.
2 wit, 2 presence.
Wow.
Keeping it
Very
real.
Very nice.
Wow.
So, I am actually cool dropping a point of my charm and putting it into brawn just so we don't have 2 one-hit kill characters.
What are you talking about?
I'm fine, whatever you guys choose to do. I'm sure you'll figure it out if I throw some big threats your way. But
I'm willing to let them die.
I can roll another character. I'm fine with that, honestly.
No, that's good. I think I would like to. I'd like to live. I think that's one of the things you do when you first hit retirement. Is like, man, I do want to live. So
that is one of the things about Space Kings, where like 1 point of brawn, like 1 brawn is you're going to die, 2 brawn is you're probably going to be fine.
So I'm thinking I'm going to pull back, and I think I'm going to be a total of 2 charm and a total of 2 brawn.
All right. We can kind of do like a messy stat calc between all of us. So I feel like, Diggum's the tank with 9 health.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hadley, I feel like Xylobro also is not going to have very much dodge either, based on
3.
That's not
3
bad.
dodge.
That's not too bad.
It could be worse.
It'll get you places. Yeah, we already talked about big crit. We don't really have to do all the math for everybody, so we can just sort of go down to skills. Brian Shepard, what were you thinking for skills for Diggum?
I really don't know.
You want to think about it a little bit? Maybe I can come back to you.
Yeah, I want to peruse the ultimates, and I think that's gonna help me figure out masteries as well. I need to find some vampiric and like some vampire masteries. I want to be able to turn into mist, so I think I want some stealth.
I love introducing vampire magic to this game. I'm seriously all about it. I was like, he's certainly not going to want to turn into mist, but you're.
Oh, I absolutely do. I want to turn to mist, and then when it smells like how Newbury Comics used to smell before they got rid of all the incense.
Oh my god, yes. There's really like an infinite number of vampire powers you can pull from. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, I want them all.
I'm excited for you to Joker while turning into mist too. I can't wait to see.
Oh god.
Oh no.
My organs fall out and I have to scoop them back into my body.
No.
So I think that's a very interesting way to build a character, is going ultimates up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like for me, ultimates definitely are like, I forgot to do ultimates. And at the end. So, I think I'm going to stick with that kind of plan of just going right at the end, going, oh, shoot, what are all the ultimates again?
Right.
And try to hammer that into my character.
Beatdown, do you have any specific ideas for what skills you're going to pursue?
Absolutely. I think because of his history flying through the stars and his ability to really grant the wishes of other people, it's going to be full up empathy and full up space-wise.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
I've also been thinking, like, what did he get into right when he retired? And he's like, you know what? I think he misses sailing through the stars, so I'm going to actually take some practices in piloting.
Now,
for the audience to know, I am staunchly against the ability of piloting. I'm like, why do we need piloting? That's dumb. So then recently I've been like, I'm going to put some points in piloting to prove myself wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think piloting is fairly necessary, and I think there are episodes of Pretend Friends where a few more points in piloting would have changed the outcome of some challenges. But yeah, you've been critical of piloting, and you were a big proponent of law, which is a Space King skill that I cut because I thought it was stupid and boring. So
yeah. Law and piloting, like, no, thank you. So my last two practices.
Yeah.
I are actually going to be, to lean back into that empathy. Like, I know people, I know what's in their heart's desire. So I'm going to do some persuasion, try to, like, really, really get there and to be a real social fighter, get really in there with my words instead of my fists.
I like that for you.
And then last, I think, to play with this kind of like, oh, he can grant wishes. I think I'm gonna dip into telekinesis. I'm thinking about some of maybe he can only use his telekinesis if somebody says "I wish." But I think that's how I'm gonna play up that ability. So he definitely uses it to hover a little bit. He definitely wears loud, jangly cowboy boots because he thought the stars on the back of them were cool and thematic with like who he was.
And he didn't know they were used to stab horses.
No, he had no idea. He's like, oh, cool, stars on my shoes. So, but those got a little too jangly, so he definitely starts floating around.
just starts jangling.
Yep.
I wonder if your arc is going to be you learn to wish upon yourself.
Damn.
I don't know. I'm going to be dead way before that happens.
I do have some combat encounters in my back pocket that might challenge this particular group. But we'll see if you can talk or vampire or mist your way out of them.
Oh, don't worry. I have a plan.
Oh, is that Xylobro / Hadley? What are you thinking for skills?
Well, because I'm so good at working with troubled teens, it's really all about persuasion and perform.
Ooh.
For Xylobro.
Ooh.
It's we're full up in those. We got 2 masteries there. And then I've got a good 3 lying. just to really sweeten that pot. And 2 empathy.
Wow.
So it's 3 in lying. I gave myself items already because I mentioned the bow tie.
Nice.
So I figured it helps him lie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna prison train you guys, so everybody can have items if you want them.
Okay. That changes everything.
Oh no.
I got my bow tie, which is +1 lying. I got my drinking shoes, which is +1 survival.
Your drinking shoes.
They're my special drinking shoes. They're just sneakers, but I wear them every time I go drinking.
I feel like I own drinking shoes, but they're my normal shoes.
A good pair of drinking shoes, can stand up to a little bit of moisture if you spill a beer on it. So,
I remember you mentioned something about being a math teacher, and yet I'm not seeing like computers or like anything.
No.
Is this a
good math teacher doesn't need a computer.
math is subjective.
Is this a conscious decision to?
Yeah. Well, so the meta that happened for me while making this character is I wanted the energy of a math teacher, but I personally cannot do math to save my life. So he's a math teacher who maybe sort of fudged his resume to get hired back in the day, and then made it his whole identity.
Oh yeah, because
So a math teacher.
Depending on, I guess, your experience of math teachers.
Yeah, I said it, math teachers.
Mine always seemed to actually know math, which is why they gave me C's and D's.
We're gonna get letters from all the math teachers that listen to Pretend Friends.
Sorry, math teachers, but this is not gonna be your season. You're gonna hate me very much.
Oh, I think my little guy's gonna wear a sweater vest so they have something to relate to.
Ooh, all right. We lost the math teachers, but we gained the sweater vest crowd. Which
there's those circles overlap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Bri, have you had time to consider ultimates for Diggum?
I'm going back and forth on a couple.
Why don't you talk me through what you're thinking about?
So I'm looking at Skulk, because I think that is how
Misty.
I will turn into Mist.
Yep.
Is just the Skulk, the sneaking mastery.
Yeah. So you can sort of auto resolve something as 3 successes. Regardless of what you flip.
And then I love Beloved.
Ooh, Beloved is very good.
Yeah, I think I've used this exact mastery set though, but I might still go with it.
That's a great one for a tank too, because every time you take damage, the next person to act gets a +1, and when you're unconscious, everybody gets a +1 bonus. So
yeah,
could be good. it would definitely maybe incentivize me slightly to beat up on you a little bit.
I don't think you're gonna need any incentive, as I will be the one with the most health, just getting my shit rocked.
Hey, Brian, could you remind me, where are you looking at these ultimates?
I'm looking at them in the Space King's book.
Available at spacekings.space and also book.spacekings.space.
That's the one.
Thank you.
And also on page 50 where ultimates start in the book.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting. There's an index. Okay, cool. Oh, there's an index. Hey, there's a forward in this thing. Wow, this thing's pretty good. All listeners, lift your books right now. Go to page 50 and start with me. Huh.
Read along.
I'm sure there are some people right now who still think the book is an elaborate hoax, that it doesn't exist, but I can prove it exists if you go to spacekings.space or book.spacekings.space.
Sounds like you're lying, actually.
Can you hold a picture of the book and a picture of today's paper?
Yeah, hold them up for the
hold them up to the
listeners right
microphone. Here
Hold
they
them
are.
up to the
Hold them
microphone
up.
so everyone can see them.
Yep, here it is. It's real. That'll convince people on the edge.
Now, B-Town, if you could add some Foley work in there.
Oh, absolutely. Hold on.
Wow, I'm transported.
I don't think you know what Foley is.
I'm challenged.
As some guy we went to high school with, right?
Brian, I'm also feeling pretty challenged. So, Brian, you're good on Skulk and Beloved for your...
Yeah, so I think I'll go back into skills and put the Sneaking Mastery and...
I forget what Beloved requires. Your Bronze Lesson 4 and your Charm's more than 1 for Beloved.
Yep.
That works.
It works.
All right, cool. I'll come back to you for skills, but
Okay.
I'm gonna fairy jump over to Bert Circles and let's see.
Hi.
Let's see. What are you thinking for ultimates?
Well, for ultimates, I'm feeling like he definitely zips around. So I've noticed that because I have full 4 points in wit, I could use the ultimate refresh.
Ooh.
So once per combat on my turn, I may reset my dodge to its max value, which would be, if I check the math, 5.
Damn. So you're a dodge tank.
I'm a dodge tank.
I'm gonna get so
yeah.
violent with this crew now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm
Uh-oh.
definitely going to take refresh. I'm just thinking about, I was looking at the Space-Wise Mastery, which seems pretty good, called Otherworldly, on page 54, listener. And it increases my crit by 1, which is great, but it also lets me replace my Space-Wise skill for any kind of empathy, lying, or persuasion once per session.
Ooh.
The problem with that, I already have pretty high empathy. I have full up on empathy, and I have pretty high persuasion. So it's it'd only really be helping me out in lying situations. I don't think that's Bert's jam. So I'm still looking through.
Mhm.
There's on page 57. It says adding new ultimates. I don't think I'm going to do that to you. Not on this show.
As a host, I'd prefer if you did come to me with a ultimate, we didn't have to improvise it on a 50-minute podcast right before we go on. But yeah, okay, keep thinking. I'm going to jump over to Hadley and see what they're thinking about for Xylobrow.
All right. So don't hate me. And also to anyone listening trying to keep track, I'm very sorry. I have changed my stats around slightly so that I can take my 2 favorite ultimates.
Ooh.
So I've swapped around my mastery in persuasion for a mastery in lying. So that I can take Hail Mary.
Oh my god.
Which is my second favorite ultimate. We'll get to my favorite. But my second favorite ultimate, Hail Mary. Once per session, you tell a lie so fantastic that everyone believes it for a number of turns equal to your successes. And then jokers indicate no one believes the lie, or the lie is actually true, whichever is worse. One of my favorite things.
It's a very strange ultimate.
It's so funny, though.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then the other one is my actual favorite thing in the whole game. Prereq Charm 4, Desperado.
Oh, man. Okay.
The Ace of Spades counts as a critical hit. The Ace of Diamonds counts as a joker and grants no successes. High risk, high reward. I think I've probably taken Desperado in a majority of my home game characters over the years.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I see no reason not to trot it out again for public benefit this time. Because I love it so much.
I'm excited to see what becomes of Xylobrow with low health, low dodge, and
All lies. Well, technically, as a living skeleton, he is a lie a little bit. So I do think that he's propelled by kind of a cosmic lie, which is that skeletons can live outside of a body. You know.
yeah.
Damn.
You're kind of blowing my mind a little bit. But I like your picks. I like living large. I think little help can be good if you're playing a one brawn character, but like, you know,
No.
like you're just like a living memento mori.
We die like kings.
Big word for a little man. I like it.
Love you, Silent Bro. I'm gonna try not to get attached.
Silent Bro's here for a good time, not a long time. He will die in one episode, and then I will re-roll a character.
I'm gonna try not to get too attached, but
yeah.
We'll see.
I think I discovered my next ultimate. I think I'm going to take Knack. Ooh. And what I'm going to do is actually make telekinesis my third mastery. Because if you have intelligence of 1, you get Knack, and you get a third. Get a third mastery. So I think I'm really going to lean on the ability to move things with my mind.
Cool.
And call it like wish magic.
Cool. And that since you already had a practice in that, you get like a new practice.
I get another practice. Team, what do you think my last practice should be?
Well, you already got piloting, which is the best skill.
Yeah, which is obviously the one that we all love and respect the most.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any healers currently. Biology might be a little useful on the team, but I'm not going
to be able to. Yeah, it's like, oh, I wish I didn't die. Well, Bert's here to help. I think I definitely like helped a lot of people like fix their like, oh man, I wish my booty was a little bit more popping. Bert circles to the rescue. So I definitely know biology. Bert circles. I also think I figured out my items too.
Oh yeah, what are you thinking?
So to be honest, I actually figured out my items that I wanted before. I figured out I wanted Knack.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought about like, let me boost my persuasion to be a total of 3. So I added a useful item, winning smile, a +1 in persuasion.
Nice.
Then of course, next I added my star boots.
Yep.
Which are +1 telekinesis.
I love that.
Then I'm like, you know what? There's nothing in the rules that say I can't do this. So I actually added a second item that gave me a +1 to telekinesis called the Remnants of Lost Omnipotence.
Well, you can only use one item per action. So
absolutely.
So you could use either your item, or you could use either your boots or your remnants, technically.
I know that. Here's the thing. I also know that your items can be lost, especially if you flip really badly. True. So I want a backup item.
Smart.
So one's a pair of boots.
Yep.
And the other one is just like magic within my heart. So choose your pick. Choose your pick. What you take away.
I love breaking non-tangible items.
Yes, that's why I also added a winning smile. Also, my fourth item, I kind of wanted to keep a secret. Close to my heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me. I'd like to.
And I won't.
All right. We'll see if it comes up, I guess. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Cool. I'll see you on the battlefield.
Okay, I guess so. Brian, have you decided on some skills for Diggum?
So skills, I got 4 practices. So I'm going to do athletics, lying, persuasion, and telekinesis.
Nice.
Gonna master in melee just because we're gonna need it,
mm-hmm.
and sneaking. When I turn into Stanky Mist,
you gotta have the Stanky Mist tech. I respect it.
Yep.
Melee seems like a very vampire thing to be good at.
Being Stinky Mist?
I mean, yes, beyond the mist, meleeing and fighting seems very vampire.
They're always doing it.
There's no reason that you can't, use melee to turn into mist and stank up someone's nostrils as your melee attack. I'm really excited for a very mist-based character.
We've never done it. Never been seen.
Never been seen. No one's ever done it before. Cool. So what are your masteries?
My masteries are melee and sneaking.
Hell yeah. That's cool as hell.
And then I'm going to stick with Skulk and Beloved. But I did just see my dodge, and it is only 2, which hurts. But I think I'm going to be hurt.
You'll be fine. Do you have any ideas for items, or have you not gotten that far yet?
So I'm looking at. I have 3 things. I don't know what they do yet, but I have my Fushigi sphere. I have my devil sticks, and then I have my hacky sack.
All ancient vampire relics.
Yep.
If you can figure out a use for them, I'll allow you to I'll allow you to apply the bonus on the fly, just because I love that you come fucking strapped with a Fushigi orb or whatever.
Yeah, most vampires are. They don't tell you that in the books, but they are.
Just want an edit of every vampire movie where you can see the orb. They always edit it out in post. I want to see the raw Fushigi footage.
They don't show you in Twilight, but Edwards is between his butt cheeks. The entire quadrilogy?
You can really see it in the actor's portrayal.
Oh, yeah. That's why his face was always so tight.
Yeah, it's concentrating.
But I got to think of a fourth item. I don't have one.
All right, cool. Zyla, bro, you shared your items, right? No.
I did.
Okay.
But I have a slight amendment to make for anyone actually paying attention to what our sheets should look like, because I had mentioned that I changed around my intelligence to be 3, and then I forgot that gave me more practices. So I actually have taken quite a few more. So now my practices are empathy, investigation, persuasion, space-wise, and telepathy.
Ooh. I like that we got a telekinetic and a telepath on the team.
I figured on the skeleton planet, all skeletons actually communicate telepathically.
That does make sense.
So in general, I feel like Xylabro has to communicate telepathically, because otherwise the jawbone would be all rattly and stuff.
And you have no lips to form a lot of words.
That's, semantics.
This also lets us do a telepathic group chat so folks can comment on situations that they're not currently involved in.
Always good.
I love that.
It's a telepathic group chat, but it's more of like a 1990s like shared line conversation.
It's a party line.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I said telekinesis before when I meant telepathy. Wait, which one's the one where it's the brain?
The pathy one.
Okay. Yeah, so I
Well,
want
they're
telepathy.
both the brain.
I want telepathy so I can do that charm thing that vampires do.
Oh yeah, you whammy them, and they're like,
yeah.
ooh.
You know when you whammy them. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, when you whammy them. That's a thing.
I mean, you could always, put some in persuasion, just talk to them.
I mean, that's what I'm there for.
Okay, cool. Just to make sure, nobody has any points in perform, correct?
No, wait.
I have a mastery in perform.
Oh, you have perform. How about explosivs or investigation?
I have 2 in investigation, none in explosives, because I was
Okay.
not.
I think we're pretty well rounded.
We are actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diggum Honeysuckle, Bert Circles, and Xylabro. Seems like the real holy trinity, if I'm being honest.
Quite the trio.
Yeah, I love it. I love it a lot. Now, for Bird Circles, the question is, what does he sound like? I'm thinking we go into 2 different options. One, he goes a little more high-pitched, and he's a fun little fellow.
Well, that character's
Or-
definitely going to betray us. If he sounds like that, then he's definitely on the pipeline for
That's your betrayal voice.
I've got a low and cool voice. Hey, everybody.
Oh.
My name is Bert Circles.
Now, that's a voice I could fall in love with.
Yeah, or I can just talk my normal voice, so I don't have to, try that hard.
Honestly, I like the low, but I know he's a scamp. And
He's a scamp. But you can be a low-voiced scamp, so...
I like a bassy scamp, gotta be honest. That's just me. If you do whatever makes your heart sing, B-Town, unless it's Foley work.
Put the slide whistle away.
No one has to do an accent for their character. If you want to try something out,
Because we're in space.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't respect the thing you just said. I feel like I personally have to do a voice.
Yeah, I think you picked the 3 worst people if you didn't think you were going to get
Yeah.
voice work.
If you thought we weren't going to do voices.
Listen, sometimes your voice starts out as one thing, like a Britishy troll kind of voice, and it turns into Homestar Runner towards the end of a very long season. So
Yeah, that didn't sound like any personal experience
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
situation
Yeah.
at all.
If that happens, then that's fine, and everyone thinks it's good and cool. No one notices.
It's hard to maintain stuff like a raspy voice.
Yeah.
A nasally voice. Just screeching. Just loud screeching. Some sort of amalgamation of United Kingdom, non-English, I can't, is this supposed to be Irish now? How did it turn to Scottish?
All right, listen. I don't appreciate you coming for my throat like this.
Yeah, I feel like that was just everyone on the
really-
call on that one.
That last one we've all done.
I mean,
This leads seamlessly to the next thing I wanted to discuss, where in the Space Kings book, I say that a good thing for you to figure out about your team is what binds them together, and how they know each other or something. I was kind of thinking we could talk about this sort of democratically or something, figure out why you guys would be inclined to share each other's company well. Perhaps solving mysteries or fighting injustice or something like that. I can kind of see a relationship between Diggum, a teenager, and Xylobro, a math teacher.
I feel I should clarify that I say math teacher,
Yes.
but he's like a retired math teacher.
Okay.
Because
Can we all just be retirees?
his planet was destroyed.
Right.
So there's no one to teach for Xylobro.
But you never retire from wanting to improve the life of a teen.
Well, now that's true. I'm in my mind, maybe well, I guess you'll tell me if we have to cut this. In my mind, the teenage 9,000-year-old vampire and I are drinking buddies.
That feels right.
Yep. Okay.
I travel the cosmos looking for plasma.
God, that's so cool.
Clarification, like blood plasma or like
No.
the plasma you find in suns?
That's the one.
Cool. Oh, you're that kind
okay.
of. Oh, okay. That's very cool. Hey, okay. Like, what if you all really like this one bar?
We all meet in a tavern.
They never card me, even though I look underage. Is that a bad message to put out into the ethos?
I mean, if there's a bartender who's like, I'm not going to card this child because pretend friends wouldn't, then I don't think
I just feel like more bartenders shouldn't card children.
This is a super try endorsed message.
That's staying in there.
What would be a cool name for a space bar?
Lucky Stars.
Lucky Stars is cute.
Ooh, and I could see why I'd be interested in going to a place called Lucky Stars.
The Quantum Belch.
The Quantum Belch. I kind of pictured it a little divier. So Lucky Stars could be a dive, but Quantum Belch is almost definitely a dive.
Did any of you see that story recently of the black hole that spit out the star that it had swallowed 2 years ago?
Whoa, what?
No, but that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Fucking spaceman.
Wait, so the black hole ate a star, and then it was like, nope.
Yeah, I don't know any more specifics other than that.
You saw the headline. That's awesome.
I thought all matter that got dragged into a black hole was trapped there eternally, and that was the nature of black holes.
That was my thought as well.
Oh dear.
Sometimes the black hole just burps it out. That's just the universe.
Well, that's gonna keep me awake.
Wow, that's really got me thinking. Okay.
Well, alright, so Quantum Belch is the name of the bar,
It's
right?
got to be
Yeah,
Quantum
way
Belch.
too cool.
Yeah. All right. So you all really like this one bar called the Quantum Belch, and that's where you see each other fairly regularly. I'm going to set this little adventure on a planet called Rat City, semi-inspired by my current neighborhood of Alston, Massachusetts.
Rat City, baby!
Rat City, but this is going to be the planet. And I like the idea of like putting black holes into things. So I think Rat City, instead of orbiting a star, maybe it's orbiting a black hole that's slowly consuming a star.
I like that.
All right, we'll start at the Quantum Belch in Rat City, and yeah.
Should we do some vocal warm-ups, like some loud shouts, or just like eating some chips? Are those vocal warm-ups? I'm not used to like doing recordings.
Yeah, can you lick your microphone?
Yes, I can.
I wouldn't, but if that's what helps, if that's your method, then go for it. I'm going to say we should get some like water, take a little break, and then we can all come back for episode 1. And I'm going to use the Space Kings book, and I'm going to flip for a random conflict on the subject action conflict generation table on page 74, and I'm going to keep that a secret to myself, and then we're going to play a little adventure based on that conflict. So, yeah, thank you for listening to this episode 0. Thank you for listening to Pretend Friends. We'll catch you next time when we meet at the Quantum Belch. Bye, everybody. You guys can say goodbye, too, if you want.
Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. Farewell. Hey,
bye, bitch.
See you later. It's been good seeing you.
I'm sorry I called you a bitch.
We didn't need 30 minutes of signing off. Just a goodbye would be fine.
A goodbye's fine, yeah. True.
Trying to build a brand. All right, bye for real. See you. Goodbye.
Bye for real.
Listen to the next episode. Don't be scared. Thank you for listening to Pretend Friends. This show is made by Kevin Cole, Hadley St. Clair, Brian Shepard, and Brian Townsend. Pretend Friends is produced by Paul Ritchie, Nick Murphy, and Josh Henderson of Continue. The system we use is Space Kings by Supertry Studios. You can get a digital copy of the Space Kings book at spacekings.space, or you can buy a hardcover version of the Space Kings book at book.spacekings.space. Our theme music is Coherence by Amy Waters. You can get this track and support Amy at amywaters.bandcamp.com. If you want to get in touch with us, you can send us a tweet. We are pretend_friends on Twitter. Thanks for listening.